Moving on to the second big story we're tracking, Assam government is cracking down on madrasas which are showing links to banned terror outfits. In the past month alone, 3 madrasas have been demolished as part of an exercise to eliminate jihadi elements from society. While officially there are different reasons being given for bulldozing these buildings, from being a hazard to being illegal, it is clear the action is post their alleged terror links coming out. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma says that this is not action against a specific community. But AIUDF Chief and MP Badruddin Ajmal has called the crackdown an assault on Muslims, saying he will also approach the Supreme Court against these demolitions. But before we get into whether the action is justified or not, let's bring you the details of the 3 madrasas that have been razed down over the past month. The first such demolition took place at Jamiul Huda Academy in Bongaigaon on August 4th. The head mufti there, named Mustafa, was arrested for alleged links with Ansarullah Bangla team, which is a banned terror outfit. Another madrasa by the same name was demolished on August 29 in Barpeta. There, the 2 brothers who had built that madrasa were arrested for alleged terror links. And finally, on Wednesday, August 31, Markazul Maarif Karyana Madrasa in Bongaigaon has been partially demolished. 2 teachers of this school have been arrested similarly for links with the ABT and even the Al-Qaeda. Why has all of this action happened? It is after busting of multiple terror modules, specially linked to the banned terror outfit Ansarullah Bangla team that I mentioned. Now, this is how the probe has progressed so far. 38 alleged jihadis with Al-Qaeda and ABT links have been arrested. Some cases have even been transferred to the NIA. 3 madrasas, as I mentioned, have been razed down so far for such links. Cops are interrogating as many as 42 madrasa students as well. 5 Al-Qaeda and ABT modules have been busted since March. Sleeper cells in Barpeta, Bongaigaon and Moregaon have been busted. All of these are the locations of the madrasas that have been brought down. And 6 Al-Qaeda ABT terrorists have entered Assam between 2016 and 17 is what is believed. 5 of them are still believed to be absconded. The big debate today with these suspected terror links coming out to madrasas, is the action in Assam justified or not? First up, here's more from both sides.
Government of Assam doesn't have any intention to go on demolishing madrasa. Our only intention is to see that madrasas are not used by any jihadi element.
लेकिन इस तरीके से मदरसों को गिराना ये जुल्म है, नाइंसाफी है. इसके खिलाफ खाली मुसलमान नहीं, मैं आप लोगों के माध्यम से नॉन मुस्लिम सेकुलर भाइयों से भी अपील करूंगा कि आप लोग खुल के मैदान में आइए.
Tushar Gupta, senior editor, Swarajya magazine. Champak Kalita is from the AIUDF. He's the general secretary of the party, and RVS Mani, former undersecretary with the MHA, retired director from Government of India, joining us on the show. Champak Kalita, I'm coming to you first up. If there are terror links that are found, if the structures are found to be built on government land illegally, or the structure itself is illegal, even if private, if no permissions have been taken, if a madrasa is running but no teaching is happening, but illegal activities are taking place and links are coming out, what is the government supposed to do? Why object?
देखिए अगर आपका मदरसा में कोई बैन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, कोई टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटीज का कोई आदमी पकड़ता है तो उसको पकड़िए, आप उसको सजा दीजिए. और अगर मदरसा भी कोई इलीगल है तो उसको भी एक्शन लीजिए. लेकिन ये जो आप तोड़ रहे हो, ऑर्डर कहाँ से आया? कोई तो इंडिया में सिस्टम है ना, कोर्ट है, कचहरी है कि ये मदरसा इलीगल है, इसको तोड़ना है. मदरसा नहीं, कोई भी बिल्डिंग आपको तोड़ना है. अभी आप देखिए आसाम में या नॉर्थ ईस्ट में अल्फा, NSCN, NDAP, BLT, कई बैन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. अगर इनका लीडरन जिन इंस्टीट्यूट में पढ़े हैं, आप उन्हीं का तोड़ देंगे क्या? वो बड़े भाई, वो सेपरेटिस्ट है, वो डिक्लेयर्ड है, इंडिया गवर्नमेंट ने उनको बैन किया है, तो आप इसको आप तोड़ देंगे क्या? आप खुद ही बोलिए कि ऐसा अगर कोई किसी का घर में कोई आदमी गुनाह करे तो उसका घर ही तोड़ दे। ये कोई सिविलाइज प्रैक्टिस सोसाइटी का कोई सिस्टम हो सकता है क्या? कोई स्टेट का, कोई सरकार का? आप एक्शन लीजिए। हमारा प्रेसिडेंट मौलाना बदरुद्दीन अफजल बार बार बोला है, 1 नहीं, 2 नहीं, 10 नहीं, 100 आप पकड़िए, आप उसको सजा दीजिए, शूट कर दीजिए, हमें कुछ नहीं लेना देना, लेकिन उसका कोई सिस्टम होगा, कोई
तरीका होगा. Okay, no, that's a fair question that has been asked earlier as well. Tushar Gupta, you know, it is one thing to say you are cracking down on terror links, which is fine, and I don't think anybody can object. And if they do object and politicize it or communalize it, then, you know, that argument can be made and that debate can be had. But in this case, the official reasons for demolishing are never what the obvious reasons are, as we have seen, for example, in past in Madhya Pradesh as well. How is this justified?
You know, Shivani, there is this whole talk about going through the civilized route when it comes to demolishing madrasas. But here's the thing. Look at Assam as a state. Look at what has happened to the demography of the state in the last few years. There is, of course, the angle of illegal infiltration also. Your channel conducted a very elaborate report a few days back. Now, the problem is these madrasas serve as breeding grounds. Not all of them, of course, but some of them. The very few of them which have been cited with terror links serve as a breeding ground for young children to be radicalized. They are isolated first.
Then shut them down, no. Tushar, one can shut them down, but why this action of raising the building? Is that more symbolic than anything else? A lot of them are built actually,
again, a lot of them are actually not built by the sanction of the government.
Right.
They have come up just anywhere. In Assam, if you look at the border regions with Bangladesh, so many madrasas have come up and there is no record of them. That is what is happening. There is no proper documentation. There is no proper official record. There is no proper government sanctioning. And the government is left wondering, where have these madrasas come from? It's also not just
But that's also the failure of the system to allow them to come up first and then, you know, raise them when a terror link comes in. But let me take that to Champak Kalita. चंपक जी, बहुत सारे केसेस जो आ रहे हैं ना, इसमें ये बिल्डिंग्स ही इलीगल होती हैं और बहुत सारी तो गवर्नमेंट लैंड पे होती हैं. जैसा कि हमने पास्ट केसेस में देखा, एक्चुअली गवर्नमेंट के पास राइट है. अगर गवर्नमेंट लैंड पे कोई इलीगल स्ट्रक्चर है तो उनको तो नोटिस देने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. वो कर सकते हैं बुलडोज ऐसी स्ट्रक्चर्स को, इलीगल स्ट्रक्चर्स को.
नहीं, ये जो मदरसा है ये आज का नहीं है, 35 साल से है.
चाहे 35 साल का हो सर, कोई लीगल थोड़ा हो जाता है अगर इलीगल है तो.
मैं मेरे बात तो सुनिए.
हाँ.
तो आपने क्या किया, कोई इंसिडेंट किया कि एक तो आपने उसका टेरर लिंक एस्टेब्लिश किया, एलिज किया, उसके बाद आपने तोड़ दिया. तो मैसेज क्या जाता है? देखिए, सबसे बड़ी चीज ये है, देखिए जी, अभी आसाम का जो तरबियत है या हिंदुस्तान का जो तरबियत है, जो तहजीब है, इससे आम मुसलमान ये जो दहशतगर्द तंजीम है उसका प्रभाव में नहीं आ रही है. इसीलिए ये आरएसएस या विश्व हिंदू परिषद या ऐसा
नहीं, आप इसको अब कम्युनलाइज मत कीजिए. नहीं, चंपक कलिता जी, अगर मदरसों में प्रॉब्लम है तो वो है, और वो आज की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, 2014 से नहीं है, वो बहुत दशकों से है. ये प्रॉब्लम भी आपको एक्सेप्ट करनी पड़ेगी कि मदरसास में प्रॉब्लम है.
आसाराम बापू का आश्रम को आपने बुलडोज
तो उनके ऊपर तो हुआ ना एक्शन, उनके अगेंस्ट टेरर का केस नहीं था सर.
मोदी जी जाके नाच करना किया था ना, मोदी जी जाके.
नहीं, आप टेरर केस को और नहीं, 1 सेकंड, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर और टेरर केस को आप बाकी क्राइम से मत कंपेयर कीजिए. बट मैं आपसे क्या कह रही हूँ, आप इधर उधर की बात मत करिए. चंपक जी, ये मत बोलिए कि ये मुसलमानों को डराने की कोशिश है. मदरसा में क्या होता है, क्या इलीगल एक्टिविटीज कुछ मदरसाओं में हो रही है, टेरर लिंक निकल रहे हैं, ये भी सच्चाई है.
मदरसा में अगर कुछ होता तो लास्ट 75 साल में इंडिया का बुरा हाल होता. कुछ नहीं होता, यही तो प्रॉब्लम है.
आप क्लीन चिट देने वाले कौन होते हैं?
अगर कुछ होता, अरे मदरसा ओपन है यार, कोई मदरसा अंडरग्राउंड नहीं है. और ये जो लोग हैं, हिमंत बिश्व हो या नरेंद्र मोदी हो या कोई, सब लोग तो पिछले 20, 25, 30 साल में हुकूमत में है. कहीं भी हो, स्टेट में हो, सेंट्रल में हो. तो ये देखिए, अभी इनको मुसलमानों,
पहले मैं बताती हूँ आपको फर्क क्या है. पहले एक अनसेट प्रोटेक्शन होती थी कि आप टच नहीं करते थे कोई भी माइनॉरिटी एक्टिविटी को, बट अब वो समय बदल गया है. RVS money, am I right? Is this also because there used to be a certain omerta around what was happening in minority community institutions, but now more and more states, yes, led by the BJP, are deciding that the law will be applied, whether it is minority or majority. That protection will no longer be given in the name of being a minority.
Shivani, you have hit the bullseye. See, 2005 core group of security had flagged this, that on the border areas, 5 kilometers right from the border area, there was a mushrooming of madrasas and other religious structures of a particular community on both sides 5 kilometers. I have handled the core group work, and basically in Bangladesh, in Bengal, as well as in Assam, as well as on the Indo-Nepal border, and the information was received through the local intelligence units of the border guarding forces. They had been alerting it right from 2005, and there have been lot of steps we have been taken. We had even seen the fund flow for these institutions coming from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Iran, and all that. So it is all well established, Kuwait, etc. It is all well established. Hawala routes were taken to fund these, etc., and they used to come. Number two is the squatting on the government land. You know, border fencing, at the Assam, Meghalaya, Bangladesh border area, the government of India, Ministry of Home Affairs faced a lot of problems. The border development, because of the border fencing, because of these madrasas, and the then state government had placated the minority institution, as you had pointed out. About the other thing, former Chief Election Commissioner who hailed from Assam, Mr. H.S. Brahma, 2012, said that 12 districts of the Assam have already become Muslim dominated. There is no, and it is a dangerous state. Number three, Barak Valley, few months back, Kachar Valley, few months back, we had seen even the madrasas, even the flood was engineered, a disaster jihad was happening. We have discussed it on, I think, this channel, many other channels have discussed it. Radicalization is rampant. Jihadi, Bangladesh, Pujai Bidi, they call it. They are really entering into these madrasas. They are setting up, they are giving back and support. Ansari Bangladesh, also Bangla also is doing it. Islamic Chhatra Shibir is doing it from Bangladesh. Hifazat-e Islam, there are several outfits.
Right.
Some gentlemen did point out about sort of NDFB, Alpha, etc., etc. Let us be very clear. Even that happened up to 2014 when the Indian forces were permitted to go and attack the right. They got out of the insurgents right up to the Myanmar border, and then we brought them back.
So, are you saying, RVS Mani, very quickly, are you saying that this is a matter of national security and therefore very strict measures must be employed?
Absolutely, there is no doubt. There could be no second opinion on that. Any nationalist citizen will certainly back up this. Thank you.
All right. Protection in the name of religion cannot be granted when such links come to light. I've run out of time. I do thank all of our guests for joining us. We will possibly take this debate further in days to come, but time for a very short break. On the other side, an exclusive conversation with former India captain, footballer Baichung Bhutia coming up with an eye on the AIFF elections.